Beyond the Hype, a fashion lifestyle tech podcast. Presented by Stephanie Williams and Greg Lewis.
All right, everybody, buckle up, because we're diving headfirst into a world where gaming and crypto collide. There's this new crypto game called Off the Grid, and it's making serious waves. Some are even saying it could be the spark that ignites a whole new era of blockchain-based gaming. And we're going to find out why. We're digging into an article from Web3 Gamer, and it's got a pretty bold title. Off the Grid may be the catalyst for a new crypto gaming bull run.
Yeah, that's a pretty big claim.
It is. So we're going to break it all down, look at the early success of Off the Grid, and explore what it means for the future of crypto gaming.
Sounds good to me.
So first things first, for those who haven't heard of it, what exactly is Off the Grid?
So basically, it's a free-to-play battle royale game. Think third person, like Fortnite or Apex Legends, where you drop onto a map, you gotta scavenge for weapons, and fight to be the last player standing.
Okay, so like the classic battle royale setup.
Exactly. But here's the thing. Off the Grid has this super unique cyberpunk setting. And it's got this satirical take on influencer culture, which is pretty cool.
Oh, wow. That sounds pretty fresh. So we've got a familiar game format with a unique twist.
Yeah.
But the article highlights some seriously impressive numbers, right?
Yeah, for sure.
They're talking about over 1 million new user wallets signing up every single day for the first 5 days of the game's release. And get this, a whopping 53 million transactions.
Oh, those are some pretty eye-popping numbers.
They really are. So what's got the crypto community so excited about this particular game? Because haven't past attempts at crypto games kind of fallen flat?
Yeah, you're right. A lot of previous crypto games haven't really hit the mark. And that's exactly why the buzz around Off the Grid is so interesting.
So what's different this time?
Well, I think a big part of it is that Off the Grid is just a genuinely good game.
Oh, so it's not just about the crypto?
No, not at all. It's a solid, well-made game, first and foremost. And then they've integrated the crypto elements in a way that feels natural and enhances the experience.
Okay, so they've got their priorities straight.
Exactly.
They focused on making a great game first.
Yep.
And then added the crypto layer on top.
Exactly.
Interesting approach.
And this is something that a lot of early crypto games kind of missed the boat on. They were often clunky and focused more on the earn than the play aspect.
Yeah, I remember that. It felt like you were basically just grinding for tokens instead of actually having fun.
Exactly. But Off the Grid flips that script. It's about having a great gaming experience first and foremost. And the crypto features just add another layer of engagement and potential value.
Okay, that makes sense.
And the crypto community is really taking notice. There's this crypto analyst, Miles Deutscher, and he said something interesting. He said that Off the Grid could be the catalyst we've been waiting for a whole new gaming bull run.
Oh, wow. So he's really bullish on this game's potential impact on the whole crypto gaming space.
Yeah, he is. And I can see why.
Yeah, it's like it's legitimizing the whole genre.
Exactly.
By proving that you can have a truly enjoyable and successful game that also happens to incorporate blockchain technology.
Right. And that could be huge for attracting a wider audience.
Totally. So it's not just crypto enthusiasts who are playing this game.
No, not at all. The article even mentions that Off the Grid is getting some pretty impressive reviews from mainstream gaming outlets.
Really?
Yeah, like there was this one review in a prominent tech publication.
That's interesting.
And they were praising the gameplay, the storytelling, the whole package.
And what do they say about the crypto side of things?
Well, that's the interesting part. They didn't even mention the crypto aspects at all.
Wow, so they were just judging it as a game.
Exactly. And they loved it. They called it part schlocky satire of streaming culture, part send-up of the gamers, all shrewd, self-aware storytelling.
Okay, that's high praise.
It is. And it shows that Off the Grid can stand on its own merits as a game.
Yeah, it's not relying on the crypto aspect to carry it. That's a really good sign for its long-term potential.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, so we know the game is popular, we know it's well made, and it's garnering attention both within and outside the crypto community. But for those of us who aren't super familiar with the crypto world, how does the crypto integration actually work in this game?
Okay, so there are a couple of key features. First off, there's a forthcoming token called GN.
Okay.
But I think the more interesting aspect is the NFTs.
Okay, tell me more about that.
So players will be able to mint and trade in-game items as NFTs.
Okay, so what kind of items are we talking about here?
We're talking weapon skins, character outfits, those sorts of things that players love to customize their characters with.
Okay, so like the cosmetic stuff.
Exactly.
So how does the whole NFT thing work?
All right, so you asked about minting.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like creating a unique digital certificate of ownership. It's all recorded on the blockchain.
So it's like a way to prove that you actually own that digital item.
Exactly. And because it's on the blockchain, it means that players truly own these items. They can trade them with other players.
Oh, wow. So it's like a whole in-game economy based on NFTs.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But from what you're saying, it sounds like you don't have to engage with the crypto side of things if you don't want to.
You got it. You can totally enjoy Off the Grid as a pure gaming experience. Or you can dive into the blockchain features if that's your thing.
Okay, so it's really catering to both crowds.
Yep.
Those who are already into crypto and those who are just looking for a great game to play.
Exactly.
That's a smart move.
I think so too.
So one thing that the article brought up was this question: will Off the Grid become the Axie Infinity of this cycle?
Oh, yeah, that's a great question.
Because Axie Infinity was a really big deal for a while.
It was. It was like the poster child for crypto gaming.
Yeah, but it eventually kind of faded away.
Yeah, it did.
So do you think Off the Grid could really have that kind of staying power?
Well, it's tough to say for sure, but I think the fact that they're focusing on quality gameplay first is a really good sign.
Okay, yeah, that seems to be the key takeaway here.
Because Axie Infinity, while initially successful, they struggled with sustainability and balancing their play-to-earn model.
Right, it became more about the earning than the playing.
Exactly.
And that's not sustainable in the long run. You need to have a game that people actually enjoy playing.
Exactly.
Regardless of whether they're earning anything.
Right.
And it seems like Off the Grid is taking a different approach.
Yeah, they're letting the crypto features enhance the experience, but not define it.
Okay, so build a great game and the rest will follow.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good philosophy.
And it's interesting because the article quotes this game designer, Bryn Welch. He works on this game called Gods Unchained.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that one.
And he said something that really resonated with me. He said, the time of random projects with nothing but a token plan and some finance bros on the board is coming to a close. And now the field is being saturated with quality projects people actually want to play.
I love that quote. It really speaks to the evolution that's happening in the crypto gaming space.
Yeah, it's like the Wild West days are over.
Yeah.
And now we're entering a new era of more mature and sophisticated projects.
Exactly.
Where quality gameplay is finally being prioritized.
Yeah, and that's a good thing for everyone involved.
For sure. So do you think Off the Grid is a sign of this maturing crypto gaming landscape?
I think it's definitely a strong indicator.
Yeah, it's like a leading example of what's possible.
And it ties into a larger trend we're seeing in the crypto space as a whole.
Okay, what do you...
Well, there's this crypto commentator, Elio Trades, and he said something really interesting. He said, people are just now realizing that gaming is the consumer app of crypto.
That's a bold statement.
It is, but I think he's onto something.
Okay, I'm listening.
We're seeing crypto integrating with mainstream entertainment more and more these days.
Yeah, for sure.
And gaming is such a natural fit for that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because games already have built-in economies. They have passionate communities, and people are used to spending money on digital items and experiences.
It's already a huge market.
Exactly. So it makes sense that crypto would find a home in the gaming world.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so wrapping all this up, what does this all mean for the future of crypto gaming?
Well, I think the future is looking pretty bright, especially with games like Off the Grid leading the charge.
So you're saying this could be a real turning point for the industry?
I think it has the potential to be.
It's like a sign that things are finally starting to click.
Yeah.
We're seeing high quality games, we're seeing mainstream attention, and we're seeing a shift in focus towards gameplay first.
All really positive signs.
So is Off the Grid the game changer that everyone's been waiting for?
Well, it's too early to say for sure, but the early signs are incredibly promising.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, think about it. What happens when a truly great game with mass appeal seamlessly incorporates blockchain technology? What kind of new possibilities does that open up for players?
It's exciting to think about.
It really is. And that's the potential that Off the Grid represents. It might just be the first step into a whole new world of gaming. So keep an eye on this space, because the next level might be just a click away.
I'll be watching for sure.
Me too. All right, everybody, that's it for our deep dive today. Thanks for joining us.
See you next time.
Catch you later.
Beyond the Hype, a fashion lifestyle tech podcast.